Top 10 fastest speedsters in DC, let's go. At number 10, Jay Garrick. Wouldn't make sense since he's the slowest Flash out of all of them. His connection to the Speed Force is not as strong as the others like Barry, Wally, Impulse. And he's older too, so that's another factor. Impulse at 9. He should be higher up. At 9 is crazy, bro. Godspeed at 8. I feel like I would have Impulse over Godspeed. I don't know. But regardless, I feel like those two are a bit low on this list. Red Death at 7. Yeah, I don't really know how fast Red Death is. I feel like he's gotta be faster than Light. And this is a version of Flash and Batman combined into one character. But I don't think he makes it to the top 5. But he is pretty fast. Savitar. Alright, this list doesn't even make sense. You're using like the CW Savitar and then placing it with comic book characters. Alright, let's just see what's at 5. Zoom for the CW. This list doesn't make sense, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it a bug. It just doesn't make sense what you're doing with this list. And Impulse should be at like at least number 4. Number 4 versus Flash. Okay, at least he's in the top 5. Number 3, Barry Allen, aka my GOAT. Barry also has great feats as the Flash, but obviously they're not as great as Wally West's feats. A cool moment that I liked from Barry Allen's Flash was in a comic. I think a building was coming apart, and Barry had to think of a way to prevent the building from collapsing. So I think he read like a bunch of books about like construction, and like got a bunch of tools that he needed, and just rebuilt the entire building. Just little moments like that make me love the Flash even more. But yeah, Barry is one of the fastest characters in fiction. Black Flash. The thing with Black Flash, he's like the Grim Reaper of the Speed Force, so he can catch up to any speedster that like, you know, messes like that. I think that messes with the timeline or like time travels. So like his job or role is to punish you for that. So no matter how fast you run away from him, he can easily catch up to you. But then again, I think Wally was the one to outrun death though. And number 1, Wally West. We already knew this. The greatest Flash of all time. But the thing with Barry, he's definitely the most iconic Flash that most people knew. And if you're an old head, Jay Garrick was your favorite. But a lot of people grew up with Wally, you know, especially seeing him in the Justice League Unlimited series.